day 42 of the Daily Stoic, Hero or Nero. Quote, "Our soul is sometimes a king and sometimes a tyrant. A king, by attending to what is honorable, protects the good health of the body in its care and gives it no base or sordid command. But an uncontrolled, desire-fueled, overindulged soul is turned from a king into that most feared and detestable thing, a tyrant." Seneca, Moral Letters 114.24. There is a saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely. At first glance, that's true. Seneca's pupil Nero and his litany of crimes and murders is a perfect example. Another emperor, Domitian, arbitrarily banished all philosophers from Rome. Epictetus was forced to flee as a result. Many of Rome's emperors were tyrants. Yet, not many years later, Epictetus would become a close friend of another emperor, Hadrian, who would help Marcus Aurelius to the throne, one of the truest examples of a wise philosopher king. So it's not so clear that power always corrupts. In fact, it looks like it comes down, in many ways, to the inner strength and self-awareness of individuals, what they value, what desires they keep in check, whether their understanding of fairness and justice can counteract the temptations of unlimited wealth and difference. The same is true for you, both personally and professionally. Tyrant or king? Hero or Nero? Which will you be? I think for many of you out there that are listening to today's podcast and today's episode of day 42 of the Daily Stoic, I would not presuppose that any of you are a king or a tyrant. I would also presuppose that my listeners here are not the individuals who have let passion drive their life, or allowing passion to have such a compelling pull on their life that it controls so much of their actions, their decisions, their behaviors, their mental models, their worldviews, and their perceptions of the world. And so I would not presume that any of my listeners are these people. However, I think today, in day 42, which, as many of you well know, is the answer to the universe, is that today's chapter, Hero or Nero, really is a cautionary tale. It's a caution of the future, which is if you allow your emotions to run rampant, if you allow yourself to be ruled by emotions, right, and you're not self-aware of what goes in the body, in the mind, in the eyes, in the soul, then those things that are coming in can infect. And over time, as we've talked about this in other chapters, over time, those things can infect and completely change you from who you thought you were to someone who's completely unrecognizable today. And it's not that it happened overnight. It happened over many, many, many days, many months, many years. Now you're here, a different person than you wanted to be because you allowed your disciplines to slip. And I think that is the message for today. Don't let those disciplines slip. Stay the course. I remember something, I think this was back in college. It was maybe a Bible study or something like that. But a question that just rose up in my gut here, but a question was posited around, why are rivers so crooked? Or something to this effect. And the answer is simple. Rivers are crooked because they take the path of least resistance. It takes exceptional effort to have water go straight anywhere. And so I think that was, if I can harken back to those moments, I think that was the lesson, is that it is far harder to be straight and do the right thing and be a good person and have yourself in check, have yourself disciplined, have yourself calm, collected, not allowing the emotionality to take over. It is far harder to be straight than crooked. See you in Discord, MetaFam.